Hello and welcome to the Halloween replay. This isn't really scary replay or anything, but it's a Halloween day. It's Halloween, so happy Halloween, everyone. I practiced that laugh for like 5 minutes, and it was still pretty bad, so I was like, I'll just go with it. It's hard to do a scary Halloween laugh, because I feel like when I'm laughing, I have a lot of laughs that I felt like were scary, but when I recorded them, I was like, wow, this laugh, it's not scary at all. Very sad. But anyway, into the game. This is for the HiNice Cup, and as you can see, we're playing on a HiNice map with an actual observer slot. It's nice. We have the outer vision from the moon, essentially, is where we are. We're really far away, but it's nice. It gives us a big view, a field of view, lots of stuff we can see on screen, so it's nice. Everything's a bit smaller, but whatever. To introduce the players, we do have SNoW.Ban spawning as the purple human in the lower left. This is, of course, Secret Valley, and Buzz.Lich spawning as the red undead in the upper right, going with a Death Knight first and doing what appears to be as a Ted Fiends build. Indeed, yes. So fairly standard stuff so far in this game. And we're probably going to see a scout footman from SNoW.Ban. That's what I expect. That's what I usually expect these days. And it seems to be just what humans tend to want to do these days. So we'll see. It looks like that's what's going to happen. He's just immediately queued out this way. And yep. Archmage about to come out. Buzz.Lich scouting around with his acolyte here. And I think I've only ever cast one other game of Buzz.Lich. And I think it was probably one of the very first, if not the first, commentary I've ever done. And looking back, it is like, wow, the difference in quality from back then to now is pretty crazy. But anyway, we're going to see him try to blocking some units here with this acolyte. It's essentially what you do when you have an acolyte right here. A lot of times humans would used to take well, let me put it like this. Originally when this started out with the acolyte coming down here to block this, humans would just dedicate one footman to chasing it around. And as you can see, what's going to happen after this creep has got underway, a little bit there, but not by a lot. It's not going to, he's trying to do a little bit of damage to keep him from stealing any experience or anything. Did he get that? Yeah, he did. He actually, looks like he did. He did go ahead and get he killed the water elemental with his acolyte. Nicely done. Picking up some experience on that Death Knight. And yeah. That's interesting. It is. It's very interesting. But anyway, we're going to see him just trying to take out some peasants. And there goes another peasant. I think that's the second peasant that's gone down. Is going to be able to get another one with these skeletons. He may very well be able to do just that. He's chasing them down right now. He could, of course, SNoW.Ban could, of course, put them into the militia form and run them around. But with that Death Knight so nearby, he'd probably just end up being coiled. So that's why we're not seeing that. But another peasant does go down, in fact, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe a little bit of micromanagement there by SNoW.Ban. And over here we're going to see that Buzz.Lich is now running his Death Knight up here, perhaps to get to this water, indeed to the health fountain, of course to the health fountain, to heal up and prepare for the fact that SNoW.Ban is either going to probably creep this or go for his expansion. It looks like he's going for his expansion right now as quickly as he can. Over here at Buzz.Lich's base, we can see that he actually has a fiend on the way out. Looks like everything is fairly standard over here for him, and SNoW.Ban, everything's pretty standard for him as well. Buzz.Lich with 3 charges left on that the Rod of Necromancy, picking up the Mantle of Intelligence, nicely done. Going ahead, and I think he just, I don't know if he's gotten the steal or not in this creep. It looks like maybe, I don't know. I think I had him selected the whole time, so you can probably tell if he did or not. But either way, he does go ahead and get some more experience. He did get that steal, it looks like. Nicely done. Must be done with these skeletons. So nice last hitting there with the skeleton. And now trying to go for the Ogre Magi, and I keep wanting to click on the Ogre Magi, but no, I shall not. I need to click on this guy. 234 experience. Let's see, will he get this? And if he does, what item will he get? It looks like he's going to, but did he get it? And he did, and he went 234 to 315, and nicely done by Buzz.Lich. Keeping that Archmage down to level 2, not a lot of experience on that Archmage, pretty far from level 3, so nicely done by Buzz.Lich. Picking off more of these peasants. SNoW.Ban having some serious issues with Buzz.Lich's harass right here. Going to be able to get another peasant, perhaps right there. Yes, indeed. He's going to go down. However, he did deny it this time. So a nice deny from that Archmage. And now we're going to see two of these water elementals are actually chasing around this Crypt Fiend, and the water elementals are basically staying right here on the outskirts just because they don't need to be chasing around the Death Knight. They should be chasing around any units such as the Fiends that come in, and that's essentially exactly what we just saw happen. SNoW.Ban over here sending in some more peasants. I'm just going to run them up here without militia form, since I'm not sure exactly what the timing works out, but if you send them up here with militia, they have to sit around and wait for quite some time, even though they get here much faster. With peasants, they get there a little bit slower, but I don't think they have to wait quite as long to actually start building. I'm going to see Buzz.Lich coming in here to try to take out this arcane tower that's being built. Is going to be able to cancel off. It looks like he's going to have no problems getting that cancel off. Buzz.Lich knowing, or I'm sorry, SNoW.Ban knowing. Oh, looks like Buzz.Lich's hero actually has been surrounded now. The Death Knight is surrounded. Nicely done from SNoW.Ban. Going to force a TP right there. The DK went too deep and just got absolutely surrounded right there, and going to be forced to TP out, and really nicely done by SNoW.Ban. And of course, he didn't actually try to repair that arcane tower. The thought I was going for was because he knew they'd only be able to get 3 peasants right there, and 3 peasants simply would not be enough to keep it alive versus a Death Knight and 2 Fiends. Over here for Buzz.Lich, we're going to see him is going to go ahead and start to creep, pulling out a creep camp so he can keep his Death Knight, well, hopefully keep his Death Knight on the Blight, yes indeed, so it can regeneration. So it can regenerate, it adds 2 bonus HP regeneration per second while it's on Blight. We're going to see another Fiend on its way out, and the Lich also on its way out. The Slaughterhouse going up. We might even see perhaps a delayed tier 3 that we have started to notice becoming more and more popular for undeads when they're doing or dealing with humans doing this expansion, especially if they think they can do a lot of damage, you know, to prevent it, so that they don't have to worry about too much of a headache going into tier 3. Here we're going to see some skeleton warriors coming over here to scout, perhaps do a little bit of damage. They have a little bit of life left, so they might be able to knock off one of these peasants that is very low HP as it is. Over here we're going to see another skeleton. Looks like the skeleton might get picked off. Not quite. We're going to see a footman actually coming back to the defense of the space. It looks like one of these peasants are definitely going to go down right here. This one very low HP. Yes, indeed, it goes down. Maybe even going to be able to get a second peasant. It's very possible. Looks like nope, they're going to instead target that footman. They were just sent to auto attack, and or whatever you want to call it. And down here we're going to see this essentially a little bit of a skirmish, but not much. It's more just Buzz.Lich, Buzz.Lich just chasing around, and SNoW.Ban running away a little bit, and just trying to delay the undead from getting over to his expansion while he can hopefully get these towers up. He might not be able to do it. Is he going to be able to repair this tower in time? It's going to be really, really close. It looks like one of these towers will go up. That arcane tower is going to go up. Guard tower is going to go down, however, to this damage, to the harass. We're going to see those footmen coming in here. They have defend now. Level 3 on that Death Knight being picked up from Novaing one of these footmen groups, or in the footmen in the group right there, and doing a lot of AoE damage, as well as picking one off. This is really nicely done right here by SNoW.Ban, holding a really nice defense against these Fiends using these defended footmen, and he's already on his way to tier 2. If we look down here, we can see very, very close to it. So even though he didn't have a very nice start there, he got a lot of damage done to him. He didn't get a lot of experience, had lots of it stolen, and he's still level 2 on his Archmage. He's actually been out-leveled by that Death Knight. We're going to see 2 of these footmen running away, but very low HP. There's nothing that Buzz.Lich can really do about this. He's trying to keep his Coil Novus to be offensive right here, knowing that he's not going to really do too much against all of these defended footmen. Here coming a bunch of militia coming in just to tighten up this bit of a chokehold that SNoW.Ban is trying to have on Buzz.Lich. Going to maybe be able to surround that Lich. It's a possibility. Nope, it's not going to happen. And Lich is going to be able to walk out of there just a little bit fine. You can see one of those militia going down. Perhaps the second one, is it going to get coiled? It could get coiled and go down. Nope, it's going to be fine. Get hit finally by, or going to get hit one more time by that final Crypt Fiend, but still not enough to take it down. Over here we're going to see a defensive coil being used on a Fiend. We didn't actually see it, but that's exactly what just happened there. And he's very low on mana right now, but he does have some guard towers are going up. One is already up. We don't have any levels of masonry for this human, so he's going to start to try to take out some more of these guard towers, because this positioning that the human had is no longer as good as he wanted it to be. Looks like this third guard tower is going to go up right there, and yes, it is going to go up right there. We do see a Coil Nova on the Archmage. Down goes the Archmage. Nicely done. Level 2, very, very close to level 3. This is a little bit more in favor of Buzz.Lich now once again, and he's going to be able to start trying to take down this guard tower. It's going to start getting repaired. Is it going to be enough repaired to keep it alive? I don't know, but we do have some defended footmen running over here trying to harass these Fiends, trying to keep them out of the fight as much as they possibly can, and just a lot of action going on right now. You're going to see this Crypt Fiend running back. The human really not as well off as he needs to be right now. This advantage clearly going over to Buzz.Lich, but the human could could take it back. He's going to Tavern Revive that level 2 Archmage for experience. From level 3. If he gets level 3, that could be a big deal. We do see that Buzz.Lich is going to be teching to tier 3 right now. It has a meat wagon out on the field. The Arcane Tower does go down. Will he be able to hold this off? He's going to bring in some more militia. It's going to be very interesting to see. Here comes some more focus onto this guard tower, trying as hard as he can to just take this stuff out and get rid of these defenses. Level 3 on the Archmage being picked up, picking off one of the Fiends was nicely done. And now Buzz.Lich is going to have to be forced to back off and recuperate while he has so many low HP units and not enough mana on his Death Knight for any coils, or not even enough mana for the Nova on that Lich. However, he will be able to have enough mana for that Nova very shortly. Just go ahead and eats a skeleton, which will give him enough mana to the Nova now. And the question is, will he Nova or coil Nova onto the Archmage, or is he going to try something else? We do see some clarity as well as a scroll of regeneration being used on SNoW.Ban's hero, Archmage right there, immediately taking some focus fire and running away. We do see it looks like there's going to be a Coil Nova coming off onto this Archmage, going to try to force a TP or something out of here. It might even try to kill him in stack. Yes, indeed, he's going to try to kill him, but he does instead just TP. Going to TP down here, most likely. Let's see. Yes, it's going to TP in that area so he can buy a healing potion, forcing the undead to run away again a little bit, just enough to recuperate. The Mountain King is out at this point. The Mountain King going to be able to do a lot of damage with bolts and harasses. We're going to see a meat wagon actually canceling the regeneration scroll off that Archmage. We're going to see another one of these Liches or Fiends. Actually, 3 Fiends are burrowed right here, and we're going to see Buzz.Lich being forced to run away. You're going to see that Lich getting bolt surrounded. Yes, indeed, it looks like it is. A bolt surround going to have a health potion passed over to him, trying to break the surround out. Is he going to be able to do it? He breaks the surround, but the Lich goes down anyway, so down goes the Lich. Nice job by SNoW.Ban, able to actually go ahead and turn this fight around, and that's the power of delaying as a human. Sometimes it looks like you're just way behind, but you just, as long as you keep delaying, you can pull yourself ahead. And we still have 4 of these Fiends right here burrowed. And these are going to go up. These guard towers are going to go up without too much more of an issue, it looks like. And we're going to see a Tavern Revive for Buzz.Lich on his Lich, in fact. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and try to creep out the shop, perhaps. No, just running by maybe to buy an item, perhaps. I'm not sure what he just did there. Maybe just running by for no real reason. These Fiends that were burrowed are now actually going to run away. Again, Buzz.Lich has quite a strong army, but he does not have his orb yet. But he is going ahead and researching backpack. It looks like he's bringing a ghoul over here to bring in an orb and perhaps a Rod of Necromancy or some mana potion or something, but he definitely almost certainly will be buying an orb. He has enough gold for it. He has 375 gold or so, and he goes ahead and buys just the orb, just going to bring just that in. Here we can see Castle Tech being researched by SNoW.Ban, has 2 Arcane Sanctums up. That is a good point with those Observer pings. As you can see, if that gold got picked off by this army, if it got Saw, then that would be feeding a Orb of Corruption to the human, which would be really unfortunate for Buzz.Lich, but it looks like he's going to be able to come back, regenerate after he's recuperated himself some, and just going to go ahead and try to pick off some of these towers. The human over here creeping this out, essentially just trying to get some more items before he TPs and finishes this off, and then TP in hopefully with a good position and do a lot of damage to Buzz.Lich. Now you see that Arcane Tower not actually going down, too much repair being used by the human. The human only has 2 Spellbreakers out right now, but he's just bringing in a bunch of these militia. And he does need at least 4 Spellbreakers usually to deal with an army like this, but it's one of those things where sometimes you just gotta make do with what you have. Those militia are going to be turning right back around and going to go back to their base, their main base. We do see a farm over here at this base. As soon as SNoW.Ban starts to run away, Buzz.Lich is coming right back in, and he's going to be able to try to take out this Arcane Tower once again. Will he be able to do so? I'm not sure. Again, as I say, normally it's one of those things that's really hard to see. We're going to see a bolt going off onto that Lich. A lot of immediate focus fire going off onto the Lich. Will he actually switch target here to a Fiend? It's a possibility. Does he have a Dust yet? Let's look on his heroes. No Dust is on the human yet, so he can't deal with the burrowed Fiends at all just yet. Is he even going to try to go ahead and get a Magic Sentry, perhaps? Nope, not yet being researched. Tier 3 very, very close, and Griffin Aviary going up. And again, SNoW.Ban just showing us once again and again and again this game just how powerful it is to delay as a human player. But now that there are destroyers on the field, maybe it's time to be a little bit less delaying and a little bit more aggressive here. We're going to have to wait and see if he's going to be able to deal with this or not. Going to go ahead and see some of these footmen being picked off. Of course, the Destroyer is very, very powerful, getting a lot of mana from these water elementals. Bolt going off on the Death Knight. The Death Knight doesn't have any way to survive other than just the fact that he has a bunch of life right now. No items for survivability, no TP, nothing like that, but he doesn't look like he's in a really bad position here either, all things considered, because there's only 2 breakers right here. We do see a lot of peasants being used to repair this guard tower. They're going to get Novid, and a lot of them very low HP and being picked off right here. Is it going to be enough to actually stop this guard tower from staying alive? You know, it looks like it might be, because there's only 4 peasants still alive, but Buzz.Lich is actually going to back off a little bit here. and then come right back in after backing off, letting SNoW.Ban back off as well, getting to a better position. Here comes in a statue. It's going to be able to start regenerating the life of this human, the undead player's army. We do see one Dragonhawk Rider out on the field at this point. Is web research. We'll have to wait and see. We see a lot of militia coming over here and maybe going to be used to try to keep these towers alive as well. Here we do see an Abomination on the field. Web has clearly been researched. That Dragonhawk Rider not able to do a whole lot. Certainly not a lot against this, perhaps this destroyer. Just trying to get some more resources. Does SNoW.Ban have enough resources? He's banking not at all. He hasn't banked at all. He just doesn't have a lot of money right now. Just trying to get these units out right now, and as you can see, he's still, of course, upgrading his buildings as well. We do see a Griffin on the way out right now. I'm going to see that Abomination taking a bunch of focus fire as well as a bolt, but going to get coiled. He is in a very interesting position here, getting bashed a whole bunch right there, just really being stunned for quite some time. What a long bash, and that Abomination actually isn't going to go down despite all of that damage. Not a lot of damage output right now from the human army. This isn't looking good for Buzz or SNoW.Ban at all. Buzz.Lich going to go ahead and lose an A-bomb, but not really a big deal. You're going to see is that Death Knight going to take some focus fire? Nope, the Death Knight isn't going to take any focus fire. Looks like Buzz.Lich might be able to take the game right here. Going for this town hall, just going for the expansion, trying to take it out. Nicely done by both players so far into this game. However, unfortunately, it looks like SNoW.Ban might lose right here. I'm not sure. Just not looking good for him. Not looking good for him at all. We do see 4 destroyers are out on the field now, and 3 of them do have mana, it looks like. So they could definitely take out one of these guard towers. It looks like they're being sent straight over here to Buzz.Lich's main. Oh, that could be bad. He's going to take out those towers, and then he's going to be able to have free reign on those peasants with just those destroyers. That's going to be really hard for SNoW.Ban to deal with. However, it looks like he's trying to go for this Death Knight right here. Will he be able to kill the Death Knight? That's going to be a possibility. Taking lots of damage, focus fire onto that Mountain King out there. He does have a potion of lesser invulnerability. Uses it to have 7 seconds of invulnerability. We're going to see a lot of focus being done onto that Paladin as well. Over here, you can see now at the main base for SNoW.Ban, those destroyers from Buzz.Lich have been able to breach the defenses, and they're going to start doing a lot of damage right here to these peasant line, as you can see. And is SNoW.Ban going to be able to go down there and deal with that? No, indeed, he is not going to be able to do that. We can see that it looks like SNoW.Ban is going to be just fine on that Archmage, but his expansion is in a bit of trouble here. Of those fiends in that meat wagon essentially just beaten down on it, or at least the fiends they weren't, but they are now indeed beaten down on it. Will that Griffin be enough? A little bit of focus fire. We're going to see a lot of damage going off immediately again onto that Death Knight. We're going to see a Paladin being staffed out of there. It could be in trouble. That Paladin could go down to those destroyers. It's a real possibility. You can see it looks like that Death Knight isn't going to be going down right now. It looks like he's fine. The Mountain King going to be taking a lot of focus fire. Mountain King goes down, unfortunately for him. There goes the Mountain King, a Knight and a Dragonhawk Rider coming in to reinforce this fight. Will it be enough? I mean, Knights do a lot of damage to fiends, but we have to see here. Let's see. The problem is SNoW.Ban's economy is really looking poorly right now, but he could potentially kill this Death Knight. If he kills the Death Knight, he'd be in a really good spot. It looks like some focus fire off onto that statue. That statue going to be able to probably just walk away or morph into a destroyer if he needs to. That Lich just doing absolute mad amounts of damage right now. Going to see one of these Knights not going down. Going to go ahead and burrow, and again with no way to reveal, so he's going to be fine. It looks like, unfortunately for SNoW.Ban, really running low on resources right now. No real way to really keep himself in this game much longer unless Buzz.Lich is well run out of resources, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. SNoW.Ban, of course, does have just this one gold mine running, which, I mean, but I'm trying to get the second one back up, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough. He needs to go very fast about this. A Fiend being unburrowed and going down immediately, but here comes the rest of those destroyers into this army push, and it might be enough to go ahead and send SNoW.Ban out of this fight. It looks like he's going to take a lot of damage under that Archmage. Going to have a Holy Light going on. He's going to get into shop range before he dies. Oh, just as he gets into shop range, a coil taken to the face, and he goes down. That is unfortunate for SNoW.Ban, and now Buzz.Lich, his army is looking quite scary right now. Looks like SNoW.Ban is going to go ahead and relent, calling the GG and saying good job, essentially, and good job to both players. SNoW.Ban almost had it. Those destroyers at his main base might have been the downfall of him. He might have needed to put up a few more towers down there, but he was doing really well at defending that expansion. That was really nice, especially considering his early game wasn't as good as it could have been. So again, as I say, both good job to both players. That was really nice, and that's the Halloween replay. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know some of you don't particularly like watching humans lose, or so I'm guessing. But it happens. yeah, the HiNice Cup replays are what I'm kind of looking at right now. There's not a whole lot of other stuff going on. There's not been any like really good games that have been played in the past couple of days, 2 days or so. So just getting the HiNice Cups, and I mean, I don't think they're bad games. I think that was a fairly good game. And a lot of these games that are, of course, are being released that are like 7 or 8 minutes long. It's like, well, those probably aren't that good either. But that's my daily replay, and if I can find another one, I'll put one up, but I probably won't be putting up another one today, but if I can, I will. So anyway, I will see you guys next time, because this was just a best of 1, I guess. There's only one replay of these guys, so I mean, I don't really know how the HiNice Cup matchups work, so don't hate me if there are more. Sorry, but that's that. So I will see you next time.